Okay, here we go. Hi, Tara. How you doing
Oh,
today?
I'm doing really, really good.
You're doing good. Can
Yeah.
you believe it is our last session together?
Yeah, I can't. It feels like it went by really fast, but it also feels like it was really helpful. So,
Well, good. Good. So we're gonna go over kind of just the termination, what we've kind of going through and then talk and see if you think some more service. Kind of just go over the time, the quick time. It was pretty quick, our
mhm.
time together. So let's kind of go over everything. So, since our last meeting, how do you think you are dealing with managing and reducing your stress? Just a quick little check-in since our last meeting.
I think that I offloaded a responsibility a couple weeks ago of like a commitment that I had, and then this last week I took a couple days off work to reflect some more on what I needed for myself, and I actually stepped down from being a officer in the social work program and the social work club, I mean, and then I also stepped away from a internship opportunity that I was going to be starting. Um, and I feel really, really good about it. I don't feel sad about it. I feel like sometimes I try to get my hands in everything because I don't want to miss an opportunity while missing the opportunity to take care of myself. So it was actually a really like aha week for me. So,
Wow, that sounds like you did do a lot of things in just our last session together.
hmm.
So I hope you're very proud of yourself. And that was one of the number one things I was going to ask you about was how was kind of been overloading your responsibilities, but it sounds like you just like kicked butt and took care of things.
Yeah, I definitely feel really accomplished. And I felt like I was going to feel more guilty about it and like, oh man, they're going to be so disappointed. But I really wanted to focus on myself, my family, and school and work. And I decided that out of all of I had my hands in like 5 or 6 different projects, and the only one I am staying committed to is my work with the ACLU of Idaho. It is something that I'm very interested in, and out of all of the things I was kind of doing, this was the most important to me. And so I decided to keep it with this also understanding that if it does become too much, that I could also let that go as well. So
Well,
pretty cool.
wow. I love
Yeah.
that you said don't, you should be very, very cool. You should be very proud of yourself. I like how you said that you didn't feel guilty because when we do say no, it's almost like we're letting others down, but really you're making yourself a priority. And you just told me that your priorities, you, yourself, you took some days off, your family and school, and then you can still have your passion and the other things that you're involved in
Hmm.
because from my time with you, I know you're a very passionate person
Yeah.
and the things that you put your hands in are really important to you. But like you just told me your priorities, so that's huge. I hope you realize like you've come a long way in just
Yeah.
our short amount of time together.
Yeah.
So that's so awesome. I hope you're proud of yourself.
But yeah, I am actually. I feel really, really good about it.
Can I ask you, how do you think your communication is with your spouse? We kind of talked a little bit about she's maybe somebody who loves you the most. You guys love
Hmm.
each other the most. She's a priority to you. How do you feel your communication with her and her kind of holding you accountable has been?
I feel like ever since I started letting go of the stuff that I felt like was causing me a lot of anxiety and trying to be present multiple places, our communication has like drastically improved. And that's kind of an indication of, hey, I was too stressed out to even have time for my own family and my wife. And so I think it says a lot that those two kind of went hand in hand. I don't know, but yeah, it's gotten a lot better.
Good, because we had talked about when we did our pros and con matrix, that was one thing that we discussed was that's important to you. She's
Hmm.
important to you. And
Hmm.
so in order to get you happy doing everything,
Hmm.
I agree. Your family is very important to you. So
Yeah.
that's really awesome. How do you feel your time management has been doing? Sounds like you got some things off your plate.
Yeah, and I think that was like the big piece that needed to be kind of pulled away was that um I now feel like I can handle the workload that I have for school and handle the workload I have for work. Can you be quiet? It's okay. Go get another one. I'm sorry. Um, but that is kind of like that did kind of correlate with it as well. It's like once I stopped, I would be trying to get so much done that I would not do any of the things that I needed to do because I couldn't figure out how to properly prioritize them, right? And so once I got rid of all of those extra things that I was feeling obligated to do, I realized I have a lot more time to handle the things that I want to handle and need to handle. So it's actually all kind of coming together.
Wow. Sounds very good. Um, and we had talked about before you kind of just freezing up, kind
Hmm.
of getting overwhelmed with work and kind of just almost shutting down and kind of needing to just shut it off. So do you feel like having more time has helped with that?
Yeah, I think that the time, so like the things that I have to do during the time that I am home. Hey, can you be quiet? Uh-huh. Wait. Shh. Yeah, mommy is coming. Can you get her? I'm being recorded. Um, so the question was, I'm so sorry, messed up the question.
No, you're fine. See, this is showing you right now being a parent and
Yeah,
doing school and just rocking it and
yeah,
have your family come in too, like that's
yeah.
just how it is. You're a family person and I love it. So I was just wondering, we had kind of talked before about you coming when it comes to school, kind of freezing up when you get
Oh yeah.
overwhelmed.
Yep.
How do you think that's been?
It has seemed to have subsided quite a lot. I do notice that like the last week, because this is something that I sent those emails off like yesterday or the day before, but like I had already offloaded some responsibility a couple of weeks ago. And so what I did was when I kind of readjusted my schedule, I put everything that I wanted to be done on Saturday so that I have Sunday for loose ends if I need to, or just like a reset day, right? And so what I think happened with the freeze was that it usually happened on Sundays or like Thursdays, the days that I had stuff due, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm not doing like it's too much. And so by adjusting my schedule and not feeling like I have so much to do, it doesn't come up as much. Like the other day I didn't have access to my computer, so I read a couple of chapters that I needed to. And then when I got my computer back, then I was like, oh, I'll do that. Or let me take a break and do some housework and then come back to it. So it's been flowing pretty good, and I haven't noticed as much freezing as before. So
It sounds like you're getting a lot done in a day. So
yeah.
those giving yourself days to have a break is really important.
Hmm.
Well, I just wanted to go through kind of what we did in our last session, just to kind of hear how it was going. And I just
Hmm.
want to tell you, it sounds like you're doing a great job. Um, do you think, how do you think you're doing? Do you think a referral for anything would be helpful?
No, I
I know
think
you got a lot going on.
yeah, no, I think that this whole process has been actually very helpful, especially for it being like student work. Like, whoa. It was actually really helpful, and I don't think I need a referral. I think that if I run into trouble again, I'll try to remember that I don't have to do it all. And if not, then I'll reach back out. But I'm feeling pretty confident right now about that.
Good. Um, and I did, and that was another thing we'll just kind of jump over to. I do want you to feel comfortable, either coming back to me and saying I need more services with you, or maybe I want to try somebody else. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so in my sessions with you, what do you think are some things that together we did well? What do you think are some things I kind of maybe helped you, kind of guided you a little bit? What do you think are a couple things
I think
that were helpful?
yeah, yeah. I think that one of the things that I think was extremely helpful was kind of laying out all of the parts of the problems that I was having and kind of laying them out and having you like kind of challenge me to look at those moving parts. And then also I think that you you're accepting and like affirming presence and like letting me know that like it is okay to be where you're at and it's okay to want to work towards this and it's okay if you don't, and like just knowing that no matter what I chose, it was up to me, and that made me feel really good too. And then I think just kind of following me through and explaining everything so well that it was kind of hard to miss the point. You know what I mean? So I think that
Okay,
there's a lot of really clear communication when it came to like relaying this information or teaching me how to look at this problem in this way. So I think those are the three things that were the most helpful.
good. Thank you. What do
Mhm.
you think are three things that I could work on? Three things that I could work on to be your social worker. We've kind of talked about in our first appointments together that myself as well and you, we've been through therapy before. We've had some
Mhm.
good people, we've had some bad people, maybe not so many good people. What
Mhm.
do you think for you personally? What do you think that's helped you, something that I could work on?
I think that I think that it was a really great experience. I'm not sure what kind of things that they're wanting me to give you as far as feedback. I think you did great. I think as time goes on, the practice continues, I think that that would be something that just becomes more natural. We won't need to look at papers. We won't need to, you know what I mean? It would just be something that we can naturally reflexively do. I think that having more time on the nitty-gritty might be more helpful, but also it was super helpful and super insightful at the same time. So I'm kind of finding it hard to come up with like limitations as far as like what you have done in this work in the short time that we've had. But I would just say keep practicing and making it more of a fluid thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay. Yeah, I know. Thank you.
That's it. I
And
gave you
I did
two.
want, I did want to ask for you. We are lucky enough that we knew each other before.
Mhm.
Um, so our professor let us work together. Do you prefer meeting over Zoom or in person? What do you
Um,
think?
I think that I enjoy meeting in person. I also think that sometimes convenience is a Zoom thing, you know, as far as getting stuff done, especially because I think we're doing this kind of early. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I like both options. Oh, excuse me. I
Okay.
don't know why I'm yelling like
Yeah.
that on this.
I agree that in person is nice, but then if we didn't have the Zoom options, we wouldn't have been able to some weeks because
Hmm.
we're parents, we're
Yeah,
students, got families, we're doing our best. So
yeah.
we kind of went over everything that I wanted to go over today in our last termination. summary, I wanted to just thank you again for your time. And I hope that you're really proud of yourself because you just like knocked, boom, 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 just like knocked it all out. And then we talked about if things come up, if you need a referral, either to meet with me or maybe something else, I'd always be happy to help you with that. And thank you kind of for our short, we just got a few sessions together, but I
Hmm.
think we did really good together working as a team to get some
Yeah.
things knocked out in just such a short amount of time. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
No? Okay. And thank you again for the feedback.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. This has been so fun, and I hope you're proud of yourself because you got some serious stuff done. And I love your priorities. It sounds like you know what needs to be done
Yeah,
to get it
thank
done.
you. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate your help and the journey. It's been really awesome. And thank you so much. I guess I'll see you next time or around
Yeah, thank you.
something. All right, I'm gonna stop recording.